Alright guys, welcome back to another draft analysis. I'm Ace, and right now into the final BO1 of today between Newbee and Virtus Pro. After this, it's going to be the BO3 upper bracket final match between Team Liquid and VG Gaming. Okay, so in the previous game, Newbee just had the slightly better draft over OG, and they were able to take the game as how they should. They played around the Mirana and Monkey King, and they had the X-Blade Mill answer to the late game slug. So I just felt overall their draft were just more all-rounded, and OG's draft were a bit all-in on this slug pick, which Newbee had an answer to. So in general, yeah, I think the game just turned out how it was supposed to. I wouldn't say either team played exceptionally well or whichever. It's just, yeah, it turns out to that Newbee were able to take the victory there. Okay, so moving on, the Newbee move on to face Virtus Pro, and this is yet another BO1. So it's gonna be pretty based on the draft to see who is able to take this victory and move on to the lower bracket finals. Okay, with the first pick VP, they ban away Undying Leech as well as Winter Wyvern. We have been seeing a lot of priority on this Undying hero, and VG is the one that popularized it with Lanham. Not too sure what's so strong about this hero, but it's definitely a very good early game hero which dominates his lane. Leech and Wyvern is just another two very strong position 5 heroes. Newbee on the other hand, they ban Night Stalker, Beastmaster as well as Brewmaster. Very expected bans to a VP. They like their Brewmaster as well as Brewmaster on Pasha. And Night Stalker is just one of Liu's best hero, and it suits VP's early aggression playstyle a lot. Okay, so moving on, VP, they first picked the Bane for solo. This is one of his go-to for a very long time. It's either that or the Ogre. And with the Ogre left through, Newbee, they actually choose to pick it up. We have been seeing more and more Ogre. I think it's a bit similar to this Undying, where the playstyle of it, people are prioritizing it a lot as the position 5 hero, where it's just a very strong lane dominator that skills that really just tank up a lot in the fights, and he's more of a vision provider and standing in the front lines to tank a lot of damage, and at the late game he's just going to be a bloodlust machine. Newbee also go for the Mirana, something which they picked up last game for SECC as well. It's a very strong hero in the mid lane right now with the triple leap. Pretty broken actually, like it's really hard to kill him or to gang him. And VP, they go back for the Pasha's Nature's Prophet, a hero that allows them to play very aggressively in the early game, where he has this global potential to add +1 hero to the ganks. Okay, so Newbee, they ban away the Queen of Pain towards no one, which is an interesting ban though, because you'll think of like no one doesn't, although he really likes his Queen of Pain, but it's not a hero that you come to mind that you need to ban. But maybe they felt it's going to be a good matchup towards this Mirana, and they also ban away the Viper, which is another hero that is very strong now and a good matchup to Mirana. So seems like they are prioritizing this Mirana's laning since they already pick up their mid laner so early on in the draft. VP, they ban away Batrider, targeting towards KP. Probably you'll see them banning the Puck here as well. Another hero that KP is really comfortable and suits their playstyle a lot in terms of giving KP an initiation hero. With the Ogre already picked up, Newbee's lineup currently lacks some sort of mobility, so they need, and teamfight initiation, they need some kind of hero on the off lane or the position 4 role to actually fulfill this purpose. They need to have some hero that can start the fight for you, and Puck actually is a very good hero for that. Instead, they decide to target Kaka's position 4 Sand King, which is a very reasonable ban as well. Kaka, he seems to be on another level when he's playing this Sand King, so yeah, fair enough. Right now, they can consider going for KP's Puck here, a hero that I would say is very good now, especially with his late game. He can become some kind of like turret laser with his ultimate. Other than that, they can go for a Kaka's hero first. Maybe they feel that KP's hero pool is a bit larger, like they kept his hero last for the previous game, and I think it was a very good decision because upon OG picking up the slug, they could react with this X pick, which can counter slug in the late game with his blade mail and his call that goes through slug's ultimate. So goes through in a sense that he's able to catch him even though he's in ultimate and lock him down in place. So yeah, KP's hero pool in terms of his initiating heroes is actually quite wide, and picking it last or like keeping it to the last pick is able to kind of give them the option of what kind of initiating hero they would like. Just imagine if Newbee last game against OG, they picked a KP hero earlier instead of the Monkey King 4th pick. They picked like say a Earthshaker or Sand King for KP there, and then OG picked up the slug. Then Newbee might not have a proper answer in terms of the lockdown component, but instead they waited till the last pick and picked him the X, which was a very good answer. So here I think they might do the same and delay KP's hero. Should go for Kaka's hero here. And they decide to just ignore whatever I just said and go straight for KP's Magnus. Is yet another playmaking hero, but it's probably just one of the proactive strategy that they have. Magnus is very commonly like played on the offlane now, and you'll just pick two other cores that make use of Empower, two other melee cores in that. So we'll probably see we might get to see SCCC is probably on the Mirana here, unless they're gonna decide to transit this to a Pushon 4 Mirana. But definitely we are gonna see a Pushon 1 melee core here. Yeah, so they go for the PA. Magnus plus PA is a very strong combo nowadays. Like Empower PA we have seen quite a few times. I think Secret is one of the teams that uses it a lot. Ace had actually a Beyond Godlike previously at ESL Major. Yeah, so it's just a pretty standard here, and they are leaving Kaka's hero last, which is quite unusual. Maybe they will still decide based on the picks that VP have on whether they want to transit this Mirana to a support. VP they go back for the Lil Slada, a strong position 4 hero now, with the buff to Guidance Sprint where he has 700 move speed in the river at level 4. It's a very strong spell right now. It allows him to travel from place to place across the map in a very short period of time. Also, Bane Sleep is a very good way to set up for a Slada stun. Sometimes Slada have problems closing down hero when he wants to gank, and if Bane can get a sleep off for him, then they can set up kills very easily. Here we're probably going to see a hero. What carry is good against PA? Seven is not too bad, he has very high armor. Decent against Magnus in the lane. Is one of Ramses' favorite hero. Or they might even go back for the Lifestealer here. Lifestealer plus Slada, a very strong combination. And Ramses as well, he's very comfortable on the Lifestealer as we've seen many times. He can even do global infest ganks with the Nature's Prophet. With that pick, they can actually put a lot of pressure on Newbee in the mid game and probably try to slow down this PA's farm with the Empower. Instead, they decide to go for the Vengeful Spirit carry on Ramses. I think a lot of times people underestimate the damage output of this Vengeful carry in a carry role. His damage output is actually insane, and if he can dominate the lane and slow down this PA's farm and get ahead in terms of farm, then he can definitely outscale this PA. But one worry I have is if Ramses actually falls behind the laning phase, he's going to have a very hard time catching up in farm, and the PA is just going to crush him in the team fights. And Newbee, they last banned the Templar Assassin. They don't have very good ways to deal with refractions in their lineup. Probably Ogre Magi with Ignite is the best they have. But still, they feel that it's a mid lane matchup problem towards the Mirana and decide to ban it. So if you can see, Newbee, they target 3 mid heroes that lane well against Mirana. So it's likely that SCCC will be playing this hero, and they are going to pick up Kaka's hero in the last pick. Probably they want to decide like which kind of playmaking hero they want to leave it to the last, where they can decide after they see VP's lineup. VP, they ban away Earth Spirit, which is one of the Kaka's hero as well. And they go back for Solo's Disruptor. Okay, wait, I'm a bit confused right now. Is that a mid Bane? It looks like a mid Bane. Okay guys, we got a mid Bane here. Bane is probably good against Mirana in the lane. And Newbee actually goes back for the Dazzle position 5, and it's a position 4 Ogre here. Okay, so usually like when you play against a Slada, the way you play with him is you blink crush somebody and then you try to burst that one target down, or you pick off with Disruptor Glimpse or Fiend's Grip into a burst down. And Dazzle against all this single target focus kind of playstyle is really strong. You can just grave him and save him. So that probably explains why they decide to go for this last pick position 5 Dazzle. I think you almost never see a last pick support right here, and a position 5 at that in the current meta anymore. Like, it's been a very long time since we've seen something like that. But it actually allows them for the versatility to pick something up that they feel can help their lineup a lot. And it's also because they prioritize this SCCC mid hero pick on the Mirana very early on in the draft. Okay, all in all, this PA is going to be like super strong. He has a Empower plus Bloodlust on top of him, on the Mirana as well. And they have a defensive hero on the Dazzle. So Newbee's lineup is actually very all-rounded. They have good team fight, good control, and very strong laning as well. Ogre can help to dominate one or two lanes on his own. And VP on the other hand, they do have very strong lanes as well if they just Prophet as well as Bane and Vengeful. Actually, I think VP's laning is much stronger than Newbee after looking at it again. And VP definitely need to snowball their lineup here in this game, and they're looking to do that with the Bane mid. Yeah, it's going to be a Bane mid, and it's going to be very exciting to see what he can bring to the table. Okay, I think I slightly favor Newbee's draft in a way that I think they scale much better to late game with Empower Bloodlusted PA, and it's actually really very scary to think about it. But one concern I have is Mugi hasn't been playing the best recently, so if he doesn't play well here again when the whole draft is all in around him, then maybe it might not be as good as a draft as it looks like. And also, another point to note is VP, they really like to play this style where they crush the laning phase, and this draft definitely has the capabilities to do that. So yeah, if VP can actually win their lanes, shut down the farm from PA, like as in take away his map control and make it difficult for him to find farm, then the tricore of Bane, Venge as well as Nature's Prophet can definitely have some impact on Newbee's lineup. But that being said, I just feel that Newbee's lineup overall is just stronger. So yeah, I'll go with them this game. Okay, that's all for the draft analysis of this game. Thanks for watching, guys.